What's going on, everybody? This your boy Doc Holiday. We're back with another HBCU OverDrive live show. If you haven't done by now, please remember to come in, wipe your feet, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the stream, share it with your people, and comment what you want to see next time. This is HBCU OverDrive, where HBCU matters, and today, as you already see, is what we're doing today is the week 2 preview for mostly SWAC football. Got some other HBCU football with the MEAC conference. That's pretty much about it, man. As always, what we do, go with these announcements. As always, like I said, I will be at Denton, Texas. The game between Texas Southern and North Texas that will be live at Applebee's Stadium in Denton, Texas at 6 p.m. Again, that game will be in Denton, Texas at Applebee's Stadium, 6 o'clock. Make sure if there's alumni in Dallas or in the Denton area that went to Texas Southern, please come check these boys out. They are trying to do some good as far as with the football team. Also, with next week, we have the Southern. We have not the Southern Heritage Classic, but we have the Arlington Football Showdown. I'm sorry, y'all, but I get my words mixed up. Arlington Football Showdown, that is next Saturday. That game will be at 4 o'clock at Choctaw Stadium, which is across the street from Globe Life Park. And Arlington, that game is featuring Texas Southern and they're playing against Southern University. So if anybody's doing some tailgating at that game right there for next weekend, hey, let me know because I have a stomach and I have an appetite. And I would like to eat some good tailgate food, preferably barbecue. But if y'all Southern folks cooking, I know y'all gonna have the gumbo on deck. So just let me know what's up. That game is at 4 o'clock at Choctaw Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Other things that's going on in the news today. As everybody knows, that Queen Elizabeth, she just passed away not too long ago. She was 96. So let's, if you can or if you want to, you give condolences to the royal family. Yesterday, we had some situations with an active shooter in Memphis. A 19-year-old kid went about filming the shooting on Facebook Live. According to sources, they did catch him, and that's good. That's thankful for that. But let's keep the families of the deceased in your prayers for this weekend for the Southern Heritage Classic. Hey man, no foolishness, no nothing, man. Just y'all go out there and have some fun. Go on Bill Street, have fun. When you get to Liberty Bowl, man, just have fun. Do some tailgating, have fun. That's all it is, man. That's all we want is to have fun. But other than that, man, we're gonna get into these week 2 games. I'm so confused, y'all. Look, I just woke up, but I'm not gonna blame that on anything else. Week 2 preview of games. First game we're going to preview is Mississippi Valley versus Austin Peay. Mississippi Valley played last week against Tarleton State. They came out with a loss, 29-13. A few things that I seen in the game that I like from that game. Caleb Johnson was running the ball early and often. The defense still looked good. They didn't give up a lot of points. So hopefully they can actually keep that going. But what I'm trying to get into as far as my analysis goes for the game, the first thing, and I'm going to let everybody understand. I'm going to let everybody know this. The only thing I'm going to preach throughout this whole preview of all the games that's coming up this either tomorrow, Thursday, tomorrow, Saturday, is consistency. That's the word. The main word I'm going to preach is consistency. The SWAC last week, other than Alabama State and Jackson State, and I forgot who else won last week. Prairie View, Pine Bluff, and Southern. Other is consistency. It's the consistency. Like you have to have consistency on all three aspects of the game. So this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm going to go with. Let me take this banner off. So the basically main thing for Valley is to make sure they run the ball. They establish their run game early. They do it often, but make sure that you kind of mix in with your running the pass. Second thing that Valley needs to do is to limit their defensive possessions. And what I mean by that is basically make sure that they're not out on the field for a very long time. Teams who tend to have longer offensive possessions, basically you tire the defense out. Everybody knows this. That's football 101. That's what happens when you are a running team. If you are a running team, your job is to grind the clock out, keep the ball on the field, keep the clock running, and keep your defense off the field. If you are a passing team, basically your main job is to throw the ball all over the field and to score fast and score often. Okay, so now my whole thing is with Valley is you need to get better QB play. So if Coach Dancy goes out there trotting out there Jelani Eason as QB for Valley, he needs to have better efficiency and better consistency with his play. If not, I'm yanking him out the game and I'm putting Jamari Jones in the game, in which I felt like at the time last week, Jamari Jones should have been in the game last week. I feel like they would have scored more than 13 points. But it was the call from the head coach. We don't make that call. It's a call from the head coach. I'm letting everybody know, hey, look, just letting everybody know today is a live call-in show. I'm just letting everybody know. If you don't see it in the chat, we have a live call-in. The number is 857-799-9622. Again, 857-799-9622. I will open the call lines open after I finish up the assessments of the games, and you can give me your predictions and everything like that. But let's get back to everything what we're talking about. So the next game is South Carolina State versus Bethune-Cookman. From what I saw against Bethune-Cookman in Miami, you know who your quarterback is now. Jalen Jones has established himself as the starting quarterback for your team. So I am riding that high hand with Jalen Jones. He is your QB. So that's no rest of the weary and anything like that. He is your QB. Okay? Treat him as such. And I mean that as far as the offensive line, offensive coordinator, treat him as such. You want to bring another point for Bethune-Cookman is basically having more targets for Kamari Everett. If you seen the stat line, Kamari Everett had one catch for a -3 yards. So I'm looking more for him to have at least 10, 12 catches or 10, 12 targets. Him having at least 8 catches for like at least 80 or 90 yards. He is your best player other than Jalen Jones. He is your best player on the offensive side of the ball. We already know as far as defense go, defense can take care of themselves with Bethune-Cookman. They do play a hard-hitting style of defense, so I shouldn't see anything kind of let up. Now with South Carolina State, basically Corey Fields just needs to ball. He needs to ball. Basically, what I'm saying is, whatever y'all did against UCF, you need to throw that out the window, get it out your mind, get it out your thought process, and you need to just go out there and ball. And you need to have Shaq Davis involved in the offense when you have the ball offensively. Defensively, Jablonski Green and those boys right there, they're going to take care of the business on the defensive front. But Corey Fields and Shaq Davis just need to go out there and ball. My predictions. I'm sorry. Let me get my predictions for the game. Valley versus Austin P. Like I said, if they get consistent play, it will be good. But I see Austin P has too much going for them, too much firepower. So I see the score from Austin P being 35-21. 35-21 Austin P. With the score for BC for Bethune-Cookman and South Carolina State, I'm looking at South Carolina State taking a win, but it will be a close one. So I'm looking at South Carolina State winning 27-24. 27-24. Let me write these down. Let's see. First one was 35-21. Second one, 27-24. All right. All right. Bama State versus UCLA, man. Look, all I'm going to just tell you like this. Stay healthy, come home, play the next game. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm just saying. Just come back healthy. That's all I'm saying. Demetrius Davis, he would be starting on Saturday, so all you need to do is play your main guys in the first half, get your backups in, get them some playing time, come back healthy. That's it, and that's all. I'm not even gonna give a score for this game right here because it's UCLA. It's on the West Coast. It's an early morning game. It's a early day game, so. I'm not going to give a score for this. I just know it's not going to be that score is not going to look good right there. Okay. Basically, the next game we're gonna go to Alcorn versus Tulane. So Alcorn is going down to Tulane to New Orleans on Saturday. Alcorn, I'm gonna let you know this. Y'all did get as far as HBCU, y'all did kind of do me proud that the fact that you held Stephen F. Austin in check for the first 2.5 quarters, and after that, SFA just came back rolling. But whatever you did in the first half of that game, that's the same thing you need to do in all 4 quarters of the game for Tulane. That's what you need to do. You need to run the ball, make sure you get timely passes for Aaron Allen, and the defense just step up. The defense, basically, what I'm saying, what the defense needs to have some sort of push. They need to create some sort of blitz scheme or anything, any type of blitz package. It kind of rattle these guys on the offensive line for Tulane. Because I'm just letting you know, if you don't have some sort of package for that or some sort of blitz scheme for Tulane, they're going to gas you up straight up the middle of the defense. They're going to gas you. And basically, the other thing, like I said, the word is consistency. Consistency in the passing game. You need to be consistent in the passing game. What I seen with the stats for Aaron Allen, he was consistent. Basically, what up, Tito's? He was consistent, man. So that's what you need to do. Make sure that you pass on timely downs. Get the ball out early and often. And the other thing is, I hope Alcorn get their punting situation fixed, because from what I heard, the punting game was not all that great. This is coming from Blue. He was at the game on Saturday night. The punting game, the kicking game was not all that great. It was not great at all. So hopefully y'all can get y'all punter, y'all kicking situation in order. Y'all will come, if you do all the things that you're supposed to do, you will come out with a win. I'm not gonna say too much about Tulane because it's Tulane. Tulane is not really a football school. Tulane is more than academic, but they play football. So we're not gonna too much get into that right there. Next game is the Shreveport Classic, Battle of Shreveport, Grambling and Grand Fam versus Northwestern State. Northwestern State, I really don't too much care about that. Care about them. They from Natchitoches. Don't really too much know about that team right there. If I wanted to, I would have asked Blue about the intricacies of Northwestern State. But with Grand Fam, hey, Grambling, you need to know who your QB is. All right? Know who your QB is. If you're going to go out there with Quaterius Hawkins, hey, you need to start him. He needs to have better QB play. He needs to be consistent. If you're going to go out there with Julian Calvez, he needs to be consistent. He needs to have better QB play. Know who your QBs are. And then the second thing is you need to run the ball some more. You have a bevy of running backs on your roster that is capable of giving you 5 yards or 10 yards in a cloud of dust, or to give you those heavy yards, those 3 or 4 yards in short yardage situations. Y'all got a bevy of running backs in y'all backfield that y'all need to utilize more often now. So I'm looking at the game. I'm going to see the game plan. The game plan for them is to run the ball consistently, run the ball often, and run the ball to keep the pressure off the quarterback. Until that QB gets ready, y'all just need to run the ball. And on defense, Sunday Anderson needs to be a presence in the backfield. He needs to make an impact on defense, because when he makes an impact on defense, everybody else is going to follow him as far as the defensive players. So he needs to make that impact. So when I mean making an impact, need to have like 3 or 4 tackles for losses. He needs to have about two sacks. He has to be a monster. He has to be a presence in that in the offensive backfield, and just cause like turmoil for the offense of Northwestern State. So with that game, I'm looking at Grambling winning 21 to 10. Alcorn, I'm looking at Alcorn. No, I don't see them making a push, but I'm looking at them 24-21 Tulane. It's going to be a close game. So we're just going to go with that. Now, Alabama A&M versus Troy. I'm about to say Troy State, University of Troy. Be competitive. What we saw last weekend when y'all played UAB was atrocious. Y'all need to go out there and be competitive, because there are a lot of your alumni that's very pissed off on what y'all did on Thursday. Just let y'all know that it's a lot of y'all alumni from Alabama A&M that was pissed. How do I know? It was people that's in Twitter. They was upset about what y'all did on Thursday night. You need to be competitive. Go out there and do something. Don't just lay down. That makes me, when you do that makes me not want to watch y'all. It makes me want to turn the TV on to knitting or something like that. Be competitive. And basically, the other thing is block out all that chatter of what Coach Maynard said in the press conference. Excuse me, y'all. Coach, you are there to coach and win football games. No matter if it's a SWAC game or out of conference or non-conference against a group of 5 or a power 5, you are out there to win football games. Don't go in there and talk about, man, I just get paid to win the SWAC. No, you are paid to win football games and to develop these boys into young men so they can go out there and be productive in today's society, whether it be in the NFL or in actual life. You are supposed to basically be out there winning football games. And if you say you just need to win, you only need to win the SWAC again, hey, some people the AD is gonna look at you crazy and say, I don't need you as a football coach. We can find somebody that actually wants to come in and be competitive and win football games. Don't know the line against Troy State. I said Troy State again. But with this, I'm going Troy 49, Alabama A&M 28. I'm giving y'all 28 points. I'm just saying. All right. Next on the list is UAP versus North American. Okay, we just not going to talk about this game right here. It's an easy win for UAPB. This is more of a tune-up game. This is a tune-up game for you because what y'all did against Lane College, you let a D2 school score 42 points on you. Fix your defense. Fix the defense. All right? You got 42 put on you against Lane. Even though you came out with the victory, you still got 42 points put on you. Fix the defense. This game right here, UAPB versus North American, should be basically a tune-up game with whoever y'all play next. That way, it's an easy win for you. Skylar Perry can continue his high hand that he had from last week, and you can dominate on defense. So with my score, I'm giving y'all maybe let's say UAPB 63, North American 0. I'm just doing just like that. And I'm letting y'all know this is all, I'm going off of notes and everything right here that I wrote down, that I've seen, that I went back through as far as watching film on clips and film on the games from last week. So just let everybody know that's how it is. All right. Southern versus LSU, Battle of Baton Rouge. You got them boys from Scotlandsville, from the Bluff, going down to play LSU at Death Valley. So, now, I'm going to tell you like this. What I saw against LSU against Florida State, LSU is not what it's cracked up to be. I don't care if they do got Brian Kelly. He's still not cracked up to be. He still can't win the big one. I do not care what anybody say. That's the reason why he didn't last too long. And he lasted that long at Notre Dame. He thought they could win the big one. No. No. So, Battle of Baton Rouge. Hey, for Southern, I'm gonna just tell you like this: what y'all did against Flomo last week, nice job, great job. But y'all need to be 20 times better, and then go and watch what FAMU did against UNC as far as with the offensive play calling. You have to play with this team. You have to play mistake-free football. You cannot give up anything to LSU, or it's going to be a long, very, very, very long day at Death Valley. Okay? So you have to be mistake-free. You got to play not a damn near perfect game. You have to play a perfect game. Perfection, nothing else. All right? So other than that, limit your turnovers. That's what playing perfect is. Limit your turnovers. Don't give them nothing easy. Don't give them anything easy. Go out there and be competitive. Just go out there. Don't lay down. Go out there and be competitive. Y'all want to play these boys. Y'all want to show them who run Baton Rouge. Then you need to go out there and play them hard and play hard and play tough. And basically, again, the QB needs to be flawless. He needs to be flawless because, like I said, you give this team any type of turnover, then it's over because LSU is going to capitalize off of every mistake that you make, whether it be offensive, defensive, or even on special teams. They're going to capitalize on every mistake that you make. That what makes a FBS football team program legit, because when it comes down to it, they capitalize off of every mistake that a team makes. That's the reason why you see Alabama win national championships, because they capitalize off of the mistakes. So if you fumble the ball, or if you get a 3 and out, or if you try to go on 4th down, they look at that as a turnover. They're going to capitalize off of it. If you do a short field, they're going to capitalize off of it. Do not give them anything easy in order for them to run the score up on you. Okay? So with this game, I'm giving, even though it's Battle of Baton Rouge, I'm giving the game to LSU 56. Looking at 20-24. Prove me wrong. Okay? Just prove me wrong. That's all I need you to. That's just all I need you to do. Prove me wrong. That's it. That's it, and that's all. All right. Texas Southern versus UNT. Like I said, this game will be on Saturday. I will be at this game. It is 6:00 at Apogee Stadium. I'm saying Applebee's. Apogee Stadium in Denton. All right. What I've seen from Denton, they're not too impressive with me. Like I said, this team is not really impressive. So there is a puncher's chance that Texas Southern can come out here and give them a run for their money. All right. Basically, what I said last week, Andrew Biden needs to be consistent. You need more. He needs to be better at the decisions that he make running and throwing the football. Okay? Texas Southern, you need better QB play from Andrew, from Body. You need it in order for you to be successful. If not, Coach McKinney, you're on the hot seat. You still on the hot seat. You still on the hot seat from last week. Y'all lost to Prairie View. Defense needs to just continue to create turnovers, be a force of nature, turning the ball over against this team. Other than that, you need to expand the passing game. Basically, everybody knows that you are a running team. If you really want to be a running team with a dynamic QB, you want to go back and look at those films with the Oregon Ducks from back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, and see how they did their thing. Because the offense, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the offense that you run, but you need to expand it more as far as with the passing goes. Because if you just running QB sweep and QB dive and halfback dive and halfback toss and all this other stuff like that option, they're going to key in on you. They're going to play basically assignment football, and it's going to be a long day for you. So you need to expand the passing game, expand that passing offense. You got the receivers to actually do it. You got a tight end that can actually pass, catch the ball. You got a two-headed monster at the running back position that could take that pressure off of you. Better O-line play also is a must from Texas Southern. So the O-line, if I'm Drake Sentence, I'm going around and talking to everybody on that O-line and telling them to get their shit together. Or if not, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day here in Denton. and y'all got a long. If you come out with a loss, you got a long 4-hour drive back to Houston, and there's going to be some questions that need to be answered by Coach McKinney, because they're not, you can't start the game. You can't start this season off 0-3. You should have started. You could start it off 2-1, but you can't start it off 0-3. So, Texas Southern, even though I have high hopes for you, I have you lose this game 35-21, only because of the simple fact that you still have a running offense, and the play calling needs to be improved by the coaches. Next on the board is Prairie View versus Abilene Christian. Now, Prairie View is coming out the win against Texas Southern in the Labor Day Classic, 40-23. The problems that I've seen with Prairie View basically comes from offense, which is the quarterback. Quarterback, you don't know how to throw the ball. So you need to get that corrected real fast, especially before you play Incarnate Word next week. Y'all need to get that corrected real fast. Okay? You have a running back. You have running back by committee. Y'all rushed for over 300 yards as a team. You only passed it 6 times, but 2 of those passes was picks. One of them was a pick 6. You need to be. It needs consistency. Consistency. That's the word. That's the word for today. Remember, consistency at the quarterback play. So, you need to basically control the clock, because Abilene Christian does have an up-tempo offense. So you need to make sure that you are able to control the clock to keep them off the field. You got to keep them off the field. You got to control the clock. You got to have timely passing. You got to run the ball. Timely passing and run the ball. So when it's 3rd and short, you can actually run the ball. When it's second and 5, you can pass the ball. Basically, you just got to do what you have to do. I mean, I can't really say about and we can get on that. I can't really say about any QB that came out of Corpus Christi, because I know a QB that came out of Corpus Christi other than Andrew Body, and he was a damn good quarterback. But they're mostly Corpus is mostly about running backs. Wes Danaher is the number 1 rated player that came out of Corpus Christi like 23, 24 years ago. But with Andrew Body, he's still an anomaly, if you really think about it. But we don't know how, like I said, that it's not the QB. It's to me, it's the play calling. But we'll get back to that. Let me finish this preview for Prairie View. Basically, I said you control the clock, and then defense, do what you do. Just continue to do what you do, okay? Because what you did last week against Texas Southern, that was phenomenal. Especially in the late third and 4th quarter, where you pretty much kind of shut them down offensively. So just keep doing what you're doing. I didn't see too much of a let up, even after the without them having Jason Dumas on that line or anything like that. Y'all just remember, like I said, Bubba McDowell was defensive coordinator for Prairie View last season. He's been with Prairie View for over 11 years. So it's not like he doesn't know the system or the players or anything like that. He knows what he's doing. I just say, like I said, he needs to have consistent quarterback play. That's all it is. That's all I'm saying. Just the quarterback play needs to be consistent. If not, then you're going to be in for, like I said, you're going to be in for a long day, man. A very long day. So with this score now, PV has a puncher's chance to win this game. But if the quarterback is playing horribly, Travion Conley, if you're playing horribly, hey, it's gonna be a long night and it's gonna be a long drive back to Prairie View. So with this game, I'm gonna give Prairie View a chance. I'm going Prairie View 31, Abilene Christian 24. I'm giving you a chance, so don't let me down. All right. All right. FAMU versus Albany State. All right. First thing first, get that OBC game out your mind. It's over and done with. Hopefully, y'all have all your players eligible by this week or either next week. Get that out your mind. Get that game out your mind. It's a new game that y'all playing. It's a different team that y'all playing. Get the loss of Jackson State out your mind. All right. So you need to make sure that what y'all did last year when you lost the second game to go on that run and try to at least finish out at least second in the division. And you better hope and pray somebody beat Jackson State, but I don't see nobody beating them boys right there. I really don't. I really don't. So get the loss out your mind. QB play. It needs to get better for Musa. The O-line did not block worth the damn on Sunday. They was confused. They was confused. They was flabbergasted, flummoxed. They looked like the Little Giants from the kids from the movie Little Giants. Like they couldn't block nothing. They couldn't block the sun if the sun was right there in their face. So the QB play needs to be better. You need to take more, like you did against UNC. You need to take more chances down the field and put your receivers in position to make plays. Also, you need to not go away from the running game because I think that was another thing that they did. Also, they went away from the running game and tried to pass the ball, and then when they brought in McKay, the turnover floodgates opened, point blank. Excuse me. So the defense needs to dial up more pressure, and what I mean by the defense needs to dial up more pressure, the defense basically needs to need to have some sort of blitz package. If you're not getting any push from your front four, you need to add 2 more rushes to your front four to get some sort of pressure on the QB. God, dog it, not it from the UNC game all the way to the OBC. I did not see now one type of defensive package where it came up with a 5-man blitz or a 6-man blitz to either confuse either of these quarterbacks. I didn't see not one time FAMU just say, the defensive coordinator for FAMU say, hey, man, I'm about to rush 5 or I'm about to rush 6. I didn't see none of that stuff. And guess what? You got picked apart. I believe you, Spence, man. I believe you. Hey, thank you for coming on. I believe you. I think they lost. I think they lost interest. Like you got so much stuff going on with your eligibility and stuff like that, certification, that you lost focus about what you there for. You are there to play a football game. You play to win the game. Do I sound like Herm Edwards right there? Yeah. You play to win the game. Nothing else. Nothing else. You play to win the game. So, and this is gonna be my last thing. All the distractions that you have right now, leave it at home. Leave it at home. Leave it in Tallahassee. Or leave it at the dorm. Whatever you at, wherever y'all playing at, y'all need to leave it where it's at. Go out there and play good, solid, hard-nosed football for 60 minutes. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to do. Go out there and play hard-nosed football for 60 minutes. This game, man, I'm going to go ahead and at least give Florida and them the win. I'm giving them the score 31-10. I feel like Albany State going to put some points on the board. So, and I feel like they're going to do the same shit that they did last week as far as with the defensive pressure and stuff like that. Ryan Smith, as that's the defensive coordinator, Ryan Smith, boy, you need to go back to some sort of coordinator school, because ain't no way in the world you go and play Shedeur and not put no type of pressure on him. You got, I mean, at least you could have, like, you did one thing that I like. You did a stunt and Isaiah Lamb came up I think he came up the B gap. But other than that, you didn't do anything. And then stop playing your damn DBs 10 yards off the ball. Y'all get torched like that. I hate that. Man up. Grow some nuts and man up. Put a point blank, man. Point blank. And man, this is my last prediction, and then I'm going to open up the call lines. If anybody want to call, like I said, the number's down at the bottom, 857-799-9622. 857-799-9622. All right? So, last game that I'm going to predict, Southern Heritage Classic. Last one. The last hurrah. Jackson State versus Tennessee State. Man, look, I kind of got both keys to the game for both teams. We're going to start off with Jackson State. Hey, man, look. Whatever 2 did last week, 2 going to do it this week. All right? Whatever 2 did last week, 2 going to do it this week. So you need to ride the high hand of 2. And if you don't know who 2 is, you've been living under the rock for the last week and a half, that's Shedeur Sanders. All right? 2 going to do what he do. 2 going to do what he do. He gonna do what he do. O-line needs to stay the way it was. O-line had good, consistent play, good, consistent blocking. My guy he only got sacked one time, but my guy's uniform was clean. It was clean. It was so clean, it was dirty. All right? Keep 2 upright, basically. That's all it is. Keep 2 upright. Run the ball efficiently. You know, I like what they did with the running game. Had the two backs, Santee and Sivion, over 50 yards rushing. They both averaged 5 yards a carry, so I like what I saw with the running game. And basically, you know what, the defense, dark side defense, y'all create havoc. That's what y'all do. Y'all go out there, y'all give them hell out on the field, create havoc with the defense. That means when I say create havoc, sacks, pass breakups, interceptions, turnovers, tackles for losses. Fill that stat sheet up. That's what you do. Fill the stat sheet up. Basically, hopefully, all the defensive players are going to be playing in this game right here. Now, Tennessee State, this is what I like what y'all did against hey, Spence, call in. Tennessee State, this is what I like what y'all did against Eastern Washington. All right. I like Draylon Ellis. He's not the biggest guy, but he is shifty and he has an arm. Okay. I like what he did. He had timely throws. And when it was time for him to run, with flushed out of the pocket, it's time for him to run. He ran the ball. All right. Devon Starling, dog, feed him the ball. That's what you do with him. You do with that guy right there. You feed that guy the ball. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You feed that guy the ball. He had over 200 yards rushing. as a team, they had over 300 yards rushing. So they basically was able to control the clock. Eliminate costly penalties, because some of the penalties that they made, Caleb Love, with the targeting call in the first half of the game, he will be available for the Jackson State game, and that's good. But you got to make sure that you don't cost your team with the penalties. You have to play. If basically what I'm saying for Tennessee State that I said for all the other schools that's playing an FBS school right now for this weekend, you have to play damn near mistake-free football. You have to play mistake-free football, especially against Jackson State, because if you don't, then we're going to exploit every weakness that you have. And basically, also, the last thing is to create turnovers. If you create turnovers, you are going to be in the game. Then it will be a close game. But my prediction for the Southern Heritage Classic, the last one, I got Jackson State winning 45. Tennessee State 14. Excuse me. And I'm spotting y'all 14 points because, like I said, they left 17 points off the board last week. It was going to be a massacre last week. So what I'm about to do, man, I'm about to open up this phone line right here. Y'all give me a second. Again, number is 857-799-9622. 857-799-9622. Make sure you hear that white woman say something and then just call in.
You are the only participant in the conference.
The phone lines are open. Remember, phone number is 857-799-9622. Tell me what your predictions of the score going to be, and I'll put it down. But other than that, man, if nobody not gonna call in, I'll close I'll close down the show. I'll end the show on this note right here. So I'm probably gonna get like another 2 or 3 minutes if anybody want to call in. Anybody in the that's looking at the stream wants to call in, give me some sort of prediction, talk noise about the school, whatever, just do it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, phone number is 857-799-9622. And make sure you come in, wipe your feet, get the lights up, because it helps out the algorithm. It helps your boy out and everything like that. Remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get everything HBCU OverDrive. I guess nobody don't want to call in. So I'm going to just go ahead and shut the call line down. I'm gonna get better with this, but if you want to put your score in the chat, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'll write it down probably next week or the week after that. If we can do it, I can actually do some sort of monetary award. You know what I'm saying, for the viewers. But like I said, at the end of the day, The word is consistency. You have to be consistent on all three levels of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. So, with that being said, I'm going to be consistent on bringing you this content that everybody needs, everybody wants this, everybody wants to see. But until then, I'm your boy Doc Holliday. This is HBCU OverDrive, where HBCU matters. This is the live show. We'll be back sometime tonight. Remember, it is start of football season, NFL football season. So I know a lot of people gonna be watching that, but if you don't watch it, man, I will be back tonight with a new subject, whatever you want to put in the chat, put in the comment. We can talk about it. Hey, we good. I'm good with it. I'm down for it. I'm good for it. Okay. But until then, this your boy Doc Holliday. We are out. Peace.